Youth will obviously get frustrated. Thinking paina ethanol. No, you will have to drink this ethanol no matter what. Ante especially to the students, my full heart, my full support for that. 276%. If I was a student, and do they teach all of this in our schools? GST లాస్ వచ్చింది 2017లో. వన్ థింగ్ నాకు ఒకటి అర్థం కాదు, కోపం వస్తుంది కానీ. Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. What's up, guys? Kaise ho? I hope everyone is doing great. The reason I'm vlogging with my iPhone is because my big camera, the main camera, is still here, the Sony A7S3, but this beast needs an update. Shani ante atle untadi. In the moment I said that and kept the camera here, it fell on me. I don't know if you're able to see it, but baane cut chesindi. I bought this camera, if you remember, I did the unboxing 2019 if I'm not wrong. You see the version that I'm running on 1.02, which is literally in 2019 it came along with the body. I did not update till now. The thing is, I did not find any reason to actually upgrade it. If you go to Sony's website, now they are running version 5.01, and there are literally after one version it has 2.15, 3.01, and now the latest one is 5.01. But the funny thing is, you must first update version 3.01 before proceeding to the latest version. Attempting to update directly to version 5 will cause an error. But yeah, let's do that. Only thing is, I generally don't want to risk these things. Manchiga panchestundi kada enduku anpistundi, but literally this version 1, maybe things will get better. I don't know what has to get better on my camera. Everything is perfect. Okay, such a beautiful weather outside. I'm vlogging on the Meta. Okay, Pooja is like, Pooja is like, where is he talking? There's no phone on his hand. There's no camera in his hand. The Meta is good. The only problem is, like I said, it doesn't have horizontal recording. I hope they come up with that in the next generation. Right now, everything is like vertical recorded. That is the only flaw I feel. I mean, they should. You mean wide angle? Wide angle, nahi. But still, it makes me like proper hands free when I'm vlogging and when I can drive the car. You get a nice POV and stuff. Tomorrow we are going to Mumbai. I'm going to Mumbai for work. Whenever I travel like that during the weekends, I have to go with Pooja for a small date.
Yeah, either coffee or lunch or something.
A small coffee, a small lunch, something like that. Because weekends we usually do that. But because I'm not there in the weekend, yes. Uncle, itla road madhyalo ivi. You can't stop like this, bro. We are going for lunch and then I'll come back. I have to pack up, and tomorrow such a beautiful view, right? But no, this is not Goa. Like I told you, I have traveled here to Mumbai on some work. Tomorrow is the event, but today I'm here along with Shiva is also with me, but he left because he has some office work. His office is here as well. Forget about all of that. We have to talk about something that has been on my mind from a long time. But then with the obligation, like I've been like, people started messaging me, at least 150-200 messages. Sriman, you have to make a video about the protests going on, what is happening in the country. But that is the thing, right? I don't understand one thing. If we have a platform where I can share my opinions and all that, is it mandatory that I have to do it? I understand where you're coming from. It is good to spread awareness because we have leverage. I get it. But then I am someone who wanted to share my opinions or share anything that I know only when I'm properly learnt about it. Sagam delchi maatladte manchidi kaadu. It is not at all good, because you can have an opinion when you know something about it. Like for example, I keep making all these videos, right? About finances, about bikes, about cars, how much ever I know. So I know that subject, I speak about it. Now about these protests and all, I know that something bad has happened, especially to the students. My full heart, my full support for that. 276%. If I was a student, and I'll really get pissed off. I'll be like extremely frustrated. I want to take out my frustration. For example, in my life, I know atti to tippi తీసుకెళ్ళి నా GST issue పోతాను, the tax issue that happened to me. It feels unfair, right? When it comes to you, the problem when it happens to you is when you feel extremely bad and you want to protest regarding that. I'm totally with the students, what happened. And these days we are having discussions anywhere we go with my friends. You think I don't talk about all these things on the camera doesn't mean that I'm like insensitive towards it. No, we discuss these things with friends. I discussed this with my wife as well. We had a conversation last night. A couple of hours went in. Who is right, who is wrong? But the point what I understood is, you see, there is always this division. For example, you are there, right? You follow me for a reason. You follow me for my travel, for my lifestyle, but not for political things and all that, right? I'm not that person. But still, yes, we have a voice, we have a platform where I can share my opinion as well, maybe to create awareness. But I'll tell you one thing, there'll always be a certain section of people who likes what I'm saying, and there'll be a section of people who they don't like what I'm saying, right? In case I said something that that goes with you, that aligns with you, you like what I said, then chapatlu vastayi. But 100% will write it and give. There'll be a section of people who might not like, who might not align with my thoughts, and they'll immediately unsubscribe. It's okay if they don't align with my thoughts. I don't care about that. But why to create this division among this family, right? Is the reason I don't want to share my views on it. But one thing I wanted to share is the protest. I totally support what happened, because people should question. They should bloody question these things. For that, I'm in full support. I definitely want to raise my voice when అన్యాయం అవుతుందంటే definitely we have to give it back. ఇట్లా కూర్చొని ప్రతి దానికి తలూపుకుంటూ కూర్చుంటే కాదు. నేనైతే అది కాదు. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ దట్. తిక్క పడుతుంది. They have the right to protest. It's a democracy. All this is accepted. But later the things that happened, this is something that I don't know. And I'll tell you, there are two things that we might not understand. For example, I have seen some protests మల్కాజ్గిరి టైమ్స్లో ఇన్ ఎలక్షన్స్ అండ్ పొలిటికల్గా తిరుగుతుండే కొంచెం. సో ఐ నో సంథింగ్, ఐల్ టెల్ యూ. సో ద పోలీస్ వర్ హిట్ రైట్ ఇన్ దిస్ పర్టిక్యులర్ protest in Delhi. I'm not saying this might have happened, but maybe there is a chance. So we all are good protesters. I, with my genuine intent, I just have one thing in my mind, that something that happened to me, I want to protest for that. I took my gang, 200 people, 1000 people, I don't know. We all went, sat in front of the parliament or wherever, and we started protesting. But you know what can happen in these things? There can be an opposition party, or there can be the ruling party as well. We don't know. I'm just thinking maybe it is possible that they can send some goons. Those goons can sit along with you as a protester, like a friend, like they're supporting you. But they can always throw something at the police. They can irk things. They can irritate the police force so that everything becomes havoc there. Isn't it possible? Just think about it. So maybe students went with a very good intention. Maybe the police also were supporting the students. There are some policemen inside who genuinely like the protest. Maybe if I was a police, maybe I would appreciate what's happening in the country, because not everything can be taken for granted. And I have friends in the police department. I have friends, ministers, MLAs, all this. I know genuinely they wanted to do something for the society. These people come into politics, not everyone, but at least the ones I know in my friends who went into politics, they go with a very good intention to do something for the society. But the problem is, it's not just one person, right? Sriman ఒక్కడే వెళ్ళి ఏదో చేద్దాం అనుకుంటే కాదు. ఇట్స్ అ బిగ్ నెట్వర్క్, అన్నోన్ నెట్వర్క్. కెప్టెన్ ఒక్కడు సరిగ్గా ఉంటే సరిపోదు, కింద అందరు కూడా ఆడాలి కదా. సేమ్ వే, ఈవెన్ దస్ వన్ కీడా ఇన్ ఇట్, వన్ guy who has a bad intention. I'm not saying Modi has an intention or the educational minister has that intention to leak the paper. No, right? It's not his thing. Someone down the line, people in the mafia somewhere might have done it for his own benefit or whatever it is. Of course, it comes on to the leader. All said and done, yes, the police also might be supporting the protesters, but then there will be one person who might have triggered all this, and the police have fired back, or maybe the students have fired back. Whatever happened there, all got affected, right? And the bad name వచ్చేసింది about the protest. And also one more thing you have to understand is that it started as something first. For the actual cause, students went to protest for something, but later it turned out to be something else, because now I'll tell you, it's not just one thing. There are a lot of things piling up. This is a piling up thing that happened. People have been going through a lot of problems since a lot of years. It has been ongoing, but recently there has been the war, crude oil crunch, mother AI is taking away jobs, so people are left jobless, freshers are not getting jobs. First of all, exam కూడా పాస్, స్టీలింగ్ పేపర్స్ అని ఇట్లాంటివన్నీ చేస్తే యూత్ విల్ ఆబ్వియస్లీ గెట్ ఫ్రస్ట్రేటెడ్. దీనికి పైన ఈథనాల్, నో, యూ విల్ హ్యావ్ to drink this ethanol no matter what. Ante yes, ethanol is very good, I support it, but there should have been a phased manner, right? You can't shove it into your mouth like that. You have to give time. There was a 2030 timeline or whatever, I don't know the exact date, but there was a timeline for that. Gradually, as we go forward, slowly engines will be changed, technology will improve, we'll do some modifications, or we'll figure out how it works. But suddenly 2030, the 5 years in advance, if you put that kind of fuel in a vehicle, maybe nothing will happen. Maybe there's no proper proof also for this. For example, again, if I take a stand for ethanol, let's say example, why I don't talk about these things is, for my car personally, I put normal fuel which has 20% ethanol, and I did not have any problem as of date. That doesn't mean no one had a problem, right? If you had a problem with your car or your bike, your thoughts will not align with me, and then you and me will have a problem. We'll have a disconnect. వాడ పైనుంచి అంత బాగానే ఉంటుంది, నీకు నాకు ఎందుకు గొడవ? దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ ఐ డోంట్ గెట్ ఇన్ టు ఆల్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ థింగ్స్. ఐ కాంట్ అక్యూజ్ ద లా ఆఫ్ ఇథనాల్. ఐ థింక్ ఇట్స్ అ గుడ్ థింగ్. later maybe in a phased manner, because not just about putting clean fuel in your bike, but there should be some fuel, right? I put it there, like whenever there is an unrest in the Saudi places where the crude oil comes from, whenever there is some unrest, khatam, manak choke aitadi ikkada. We will start fighting down in the petrol bunks. Whenever there's no fuel supply, you and me, the general public are getting affected. They are the ones who are fighting. All this because of the crude oil which he decided in the Saudi to close one gate. It's a good practice to actually change these things, and there has to be an alternative, is the reason I wanted to support that, but in a phased manner, not one shot mein mottham desham E20 iste. I think that's not right. That's my opinion. Now ethanol and other issues, all this చూసుకొని end of the day it's all a pile up. What started as a protest for a single thing, దొరికిందే మొక్క దొరికిందే ఛాన్స్ అన్నట్టు, it became so big. And I think this is, and it's not about right or wrong, but these things should happen so that we shouldn't be taken for granted. And really, I have to give it to Gen Z crowd. Millennials were not given the chance, and from our parents itself, they were like, ఇవన్నీ చేయకండ్రా, మీరు గమ్మున మూసుకొని చదువుకోండి, don't get into all of this mess అన్నట్టు ఉండే. But Gen Z, I really appreciate that you people actually taking things a little bit ahead, better than millennials for sure. So that is my stand. I definitely 276% support protesters for what they went for, their actual reason, yes, but later on if they hit the police, even vachne kada, that obviously I will not support. I think it should be more peaceful. But then I said, it's not the students who cause the peace problems there. There is a chance that someone else who entered, people are talking about celebrities and all, they don't have a spine, right? Don't need, you can actually go make a video. You don't need followers these days, especially on Instagram. If you are going to this protest and making a video about it, trust me, everyone is getting millions of views on this. If you think Sriman has followers, he can use his influence to share his opinions, but it's not needed as long as you're reaching the eyeballs. You see any of these Jantar Mantar protests, they are reaching a million views. So you also, if you feel something about it, go do it. Don't hide behind your phone and just type, Sriman, I'm not doing anything. No, you get out and do if you really feel for it. I definitely feel for it. Let's see, I'm not sure. I'm in Mumbai right now. I'm here for work. Any which ways, end of the day, I say one thing, I'm really happy, not happy, but there's nothing to be happy about. These things shouldn't happen, but I'm glad that people are questioning. The Gen Z is questioning. Go for it. I support that part totally. The problem with celebrities or influencers, the big ones, is that unfortunately, even if you are that, you keep saying, right, these celebrities, influencers, they don't have the spine to speak up. It's not like that. See, our lives depend on a lot of other things. We don't have a fixed income. We don't have a job for sure. We don't have a big business. Our work depends on the number of followers, number of quality followers. Brand deals happen only when you have quality content. We don't want our channels to be taken down because this is our livelihood. We don't want your jobs to go away. There are a lot of things connected into this, and is the reason celebrities or big influencers don't want to speak about political issues unless they are into that field completely. People will say, Sriman, do this, I will support you, we are there for you. Comments lo untai, but trust me, except maybe 100 people might really come for me, or maybe 1,000 people might also come for me, but not everyone, especially the ones who are typing this one, right, that I'm there for you, go ahead, do this, do that. No, my GST issue mali vachina akadike gaani, trust me, that is one of the biggest things in my biggest impact in my life, right? A lot of money went. Does anyone help me? No one, right? I have to do my own crap. I did a mistake of not taking the registration on time. That happened. It's my mistake. But did I have the intent for it? పోయిన ట్యాక్స్ అన్ని కట్టిన కదా, ఇప్పుడు పెనాల్టీ కట్టమంటున్నారు. The liability I have paid, interest also I have paid. Now they're saying penalty also you pay because you are late. This is అన్యాయం. ఇక్కడ మా ప్రొటెస్ట్ చేయాలనిపిస్తుంది. లెజిట్ క్లీన్ పర్సన్, ఐఎమ్ బ్లడీ లైక్ అ క్లీన్ పర్సన్. I do everything right, but some things miss. చిన్నప్పుడు నేర్పించారు కదా. Do they teach all of this in our schools? GST లాస్ వచ్చింది 2017లో. వన్ థింగ్ నాకు కూడా అర్థం కాదు, కోపం వస్తుంది కానీ చెప్పాలంటే. థింగ్ ఇస్ 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21 వరకు ఎవరు పట్టించుకోలేదు. 5 years ఇది రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ చేయించుకోలేదు, పర్లేదు, నో వన్ స్పోక్ అబౌట్ ఇట్. బట్ 2020లో దే సెండ్ మీ సమ్మన్. అంటే పడుకున్నారా? లాస్ట్ 5 years పడుకున్నారా? ఐ నో దర్ ఇస్ అ బిగ్ కంట్రీ, మిలియన్స్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్, మిలియన్స్ ఆఫ్ GST ఇష్యూస్ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్, వీ కాంట్ ట్రాక్ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ, ఇవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి. బట్ వీ chose you so that you will do the best for us. Best for us ante that too after I myself went and registered myself. I personally went and did this on my own before getting any notices or summons. I did it myself, and now they're saying you had the intent to evade tax anta. కోపం రాకపోతే ఏమొస్తుంది చెప్పు. లైక్ ఐ నో మై సెల్ఫ్, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ దాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ అ పర్సన్. నువ్వు మర్డర్ చేయకపోతే నువ్వు చేసినావు అన్నప్పుడు జైల్లో వేస్తా అంటే ఎట్లా అనిపిస్తుంది తెలుసా? కోపం కాదు, ఇట్లా అప్పుడే ఇట్లాంటి ఫ్రస్ట్రేషన్ వచ్చి యూ వాంటెడ్ టు డూ ప్రొటెస్ట్. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ అబౌట్ టు ప్రొటెస్ట్ అబౌట్ ఆల్ దిస్ GST stuff what happened in my life. I paid, I was ready to do that. I agreed that though you people came after me after 5 years, padukunar 5 years, after that you came after me myself triggered after registering myself, maybe that gave a red flag to the government saying this is a new registration done, check this guy. Maybe it came out like that, I don't know, but I myself registered voluntarily. Later they say you try to evade tax. If I have to evade tax, why will I go register myself? Aa dongal vere untaru, they'll not even get registered. Why will I give all my documentation, register myself? Second thing is, when I got the summon day 1 like 9 AM, be here in Delhi DGJ ante 8 o'clock ki elli DGJ mundu nunchuna with all my documents. They had no clue how much to calculate. I submitted all my ఎందుకు చెప్తున్నా ఇవన్నీ కానీ I submitted all my documents, everything, 26 AS forms, bank statements, ఓపెన్ గా కుల్ల అన్ని నేకెడ్ గా బట్టలు ఇప్పి నుంచున్నా. And then end of the day, because it was delayed my payment, you can't say tax evasion. Tax delayed is not tax evasion. You can't prove that. How can you just put anything you want? That's not right. Then we will fight that part. Liability cut కట్టేసిన. I will pay. I guess as per the law, GST has to be, taxes have to be paid. I am obliged by that. I will do it no matter what, for the development of the country. All these years you did not pay from day 1 till now, though we slept first 5 years. 6th year onwards we will charge you. Okay, fine, I agreed. But once it accumulated properly, we came with a summons saying you pay all these things. Fine, accepted. Big country, millions of people, lots of tax evasion cases. They will treat everyone as one thing. That's also understood. And they gave me a summons and they asked me to pay the liability. I paid the actual tax which I had to pay, and then they said interest also. That is also a big chunk. You can literally buy BMWs. Okay, I paid that as well. Now penalty annaru because it's delayed anta. I have to pay 100% penalty on the liability anta, which is bull crap yaar. As per the section, yes, but you should also have the humanity grounds. Did he really have the intent to evade? Ivanni levu. This is when you really get frustrated and you want to actually protest. That's what is happening. Annayam jariginappudu, but all these things happened to me. Did anyone come for me? ఇప్పుడు చెప్తున్నా, వస్తారా టు సపోర్ట్ మీ? ఏం లే, ఫోన్ తీసి నెక్స్ట్ వీడియోకి వెళ్ళిపోవడమే. మేబీ సమ్ ఆర్ దేర్ హూ మైట్ యాక్చువల్లీ కమ్ అండ్ హెల్ప్. యాక్చువల్లీ కపుల్ ఆఫ్ సబ్స్క్రైబర్స్ రీచ్డ్ అవుట్ టు మీ హూ ఆర్ ఇన్ ద పొలిటికల్ పవర్ఫుల్ పీపుల్. దే రియలీ కేమ్ అవుట్ టు హెల్ప్. ఐఎమ్ లైక్ చలో లీవ్ ఇట్, ఐ విల్ పే ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్, గెట్స్ మీ పీస్ ఇన్ మై లైఫ్, ఐ విల్ డూ ఇట్. బట్ లాలో ఒక సెక్షన్ ఉంది కదా, ఐ విల్ ఇంపోజ్ దిస్ ఫర్ షూర్. ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ యూ డింట్ హ్యావ్ ద ఇంటెంట్, వీ డోంట్ కేర్, యాజ్ పర్ ద లా యూ మిస్ ద డేట్, యూ హ్యావ్ టు పే అంటే it feels bad. This is something. Same way when I go for a protest for this, for example, I want to go, you people are saying that do this, do that, no one is going to come and help me that time. In which ways koncham frustration lo unde, we have to say these things out. So we said it, and I'm glad people started talking up, speaking up. I think it's needed. Otherwise democracy anukuntu we're just saying things, but I actually not every time I am able to see democracy everywhere. It is there are great things happening in India, good leaders, actually their visions are good, the road infrastructures, the governance, everything is beautiful. I appreciate it. For the good things, I'm there. I'm genuinely supporting that, but not the main person. There are kidas in between who, like for example, if you take the roads, expressways which were beautifully done had big potholes where you can literally die. You can be doing like 120 kmph, suddenly there's a big speed breaker or a jump where your car can topple over, you can literally die. Who is responsible for this? The central government, the main head, Nitin Gadkari sir, he might have released 50,000 crores, but trust me, by the time it comes down, it should be in the will, it should be in the intent of the contractor to actually feel for it, use the money and lay a nice road. He should have it, not the minister. The guy who has taken money, I know he might have gotten very less money. I don't know how to change all these things. The whole system from the start, not everyone, but there are people who are corrupt in between, is the reason India is like this, and we as well. Each and every, forget the influencers, we have a voice kada. I'm talking about you as well. If you face anything bad, like whether it's a restaurant or food, do you question? You don't. We just okay with it. Indians, including me, we get bad service, we're okay with it. We just coffee shop ki veltam, coffee is not great. Sorry, this video is little big, but please understand these are the issues. And say bike nadukoni travel cheyadam kaadu, car lo chupidam kaadu. Please understand these things also important. So you go to a coffee shop, you have coffee, you don't like it. I see majority of you, think about it once, next time you do it, if you don't like it, genuinely if you don't like it, call the waiter, tell him bloody I'm paying 300 rupees for this coffee, please change it. Don't just sit and just sip it over. It'll alward in life. No, don't do that. If you don't like some service, speak up. If you don't like a product, speak up. Send it back. Take action. In reality, not online, look, keyboard warriors kakandi, do it in real, is when from the beginning, even if you have a child, if you have a kid, I suggest you teach, you put these things in their mind. Don't tell them to adjust for everything. This way, we will never grow. అర్థమైంది కదా